Twilight Princess has a divided standing in the Zelda franchise. Some think it's too moody,
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye,
or tries too hard to be Ocarina of Time. Some heralded it as the second coming, and what Ocarina of Time was always meant to be. Some consider it too drastic a course correction from Wind Waker. Some condemn it for turning Link right-handed.
What have I done?
In a similar vein, there's this enigmatic guy, the hero's shade. Coming to grips with this character also summons conflicting feelings. But why these feelings? Let me show you what this spectral figure teaches us about honor and legacy. The hero shade's only appearance is in Twilight Princess, found in the overworld as a wolf, which Link can encounter either directly or by finding a howling stone, raising voice to the moon, and reciting a song from the 2 N64 games. Once confronted, Link is transported to an ethereal fogland where the armor-clad shade, ravaged by the very thing he conquered, time, teaches him one of 7 combat techniques. In the midst of this, he speaks of bloodlines, of courage, of being worthy of holding the title of hero. But once the 7th technique has been learned, he also speaks of accepting his own life as the hero and of the regret he's carried for not conveying the lessons of that life to those who came after. Curious. Then Hyrule Historia went and removed all the mystery, clearly identifying him as the hero of time, the Link from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and throwing in this extra tidbit. The swordsman has lamented the fact that he was not remembered as a hero. All things seem to run through Ocarina of Time, and the child-era hero of time is probably the most tragic figure in all of Zelda. Even with the parts of himself he had to overcome in Majora's Mask, he is still haunted come Twilight Princess. As mentioned, the first reason for his lingering spirit is an aspect of his honor. He is not remembered as a hero. This has always rubbed me the wrong way because it seems out of character for any hero, let alone the hero of time. Now, it was only a matter of time before we dragged the Homeric epics into this channel, but this sounds like Achilles, a man who, in the Iliad, traded a long life for a glorified one. And while all this poem's mythical heroes clamor for glory from war, in my highly regarded literary critical opinion, the thrust of the Iliad is to point out how all this war seems pretty unglorified. And these guys' lust for honor, well, kinda sucks.
Sack of wine.
Contrarily, it seems like Link got on with his life, grew up, became a knight or talented swordsman, and perhaps had a family. So again, it's strange that he'd find no peace in those things. Even Achilles' shade, when met in the underworld by Odysseus, goes back on all his talk of glory, yearning now for a simple life, rather to serve as a poor peasant and be alive on earth than rule as king of all the dead. But from my point of view, and what I think Hyrule Historia gets wrong, is that the legacy of the franchise is what the hero does, not what the hero is. And that's where I tend to find the hero's shade to be more compelling, when we examine the aspect of his in-world legacy. He speaks a lot about bloodlines, and based on where this takes place in the timeline, it could very well be that no new hero was necessary following Majora's Mask. So no new hero appeared, and the hero's shade mistakenly felt that he had no one to pass his legacy through his techniques onto. Now this is interesting because obviously we do come across him, we do learn from him, and we do heal his weary bones. But we also show why he was mistaken. Like the heroes of the Iliad, the legacy of Zelda's heroes is not simply born from the clashing of swords and shields. And this is revealed to us by Colin. Now, Colin at the beginning of the game is a little dweeb, but he admires Link. He admires what Link does and what he stands for. And as the game goes on, he too embodies the courage of the hero. In a very real way, as Link is a hero for Hyrule, so too is Colin for the children of Ordon Village. Link and Twilight Princess leaves no doubt about the hero's legacy. I've made this point before about tradition, about how the Zelda franchise has become so expansive as to not only be inspired by old legends, but to inspire us as new legends. And this is also true of its legacy. In a sense, we are all Colin, learning through Link what it takes to be a true hero. Courage, wisdom, power, in balance. Sometimes that means building bridges. Sometimes it means letting go. But it always means passing it on.